Hey, what's up, VC? It's Steve again, Harmless Rebel. Just wanted to do another update with you. This is part update and then part just showing some pieces in my collection. Before we get started, let me go ahead and start off with what's playing in the background. In the background, we've got Scarlet Red, Don't Dance with Danger. This is a Christian glam metal band from the 80s, 84, 89, on Pure Metal Records. For those of you not familiar with Pure Metal, that was White Cross's label. That was one of the more prominent Christian metal labels back in the 80s. I'm not sure if it's still around. I don't think I've seen anything on Pure Metal in a long time. But it was a really killer label, and again, like I said, White Cross was on it. Scarlet Red was only around for one album, as you can tell. It's pretty good metal. It's a really good band. I do wish they were around more or longer. But Scarlet Red, and I love showing off the pictures. I don't know if you can see that. They really cheesed it up for this, especially in '89 when glam was pretty much coming to an end. They were just like, screw it, let's hang it out there. Let's tease our hair as much as we can and let's just rock. Killer band, though. Really like this one. And that kind of leads into what we're going to talk about in this video. It's going to be Christian metal bands across multiple genres. I'm going to show you the first is two albums that I just picked up, or that I just got in the mail yesterday. And then the rest is just some other Christian metal bands that or albums that I've bought over the last 6 months, 7 months. So let's go ahead and get going. First up, let's go ahead and show Ultimatum, Heart of Metal. Those of you into the metal side of the VC might be familiar with this album, or familiar with the lead singer, who's also a member of the VC. This is him right here. This is a thrash, power metal at times. This is a career retrospective. Most of the songs are from their prior albums. I think there's 3 or 4 new songs on here as well. Just killer thrash. I really dug this. I wasn't familiar with this band until Scott came into the VC, and I'll put a link to Scott's VC page down below. And then also to Rock's Records, or Rock's Distribution, where you can actually order this. I highly recommend you get a copy of it, not just to support a member of the VC, but it's a killer, just a killer thrash album. And like I said, if you like thrash metal, if you like power metal, you're going to love this album. Very cool, very well done. Got the front artwork, the back artwork with some pictures of the band. They're individually numbered. Hand numbered right there by Scott. And he actually signs them as well, which is very cool. And then this one's on really cool green vinyl. On the highway, you can see that there's actually some white in there too. And then some really nice custom labels there. And then Rock's Records on the back. Very cool though, Scott, it's a great album, I love it. And that's first up, and again, I'll put some links down below. Definitely go out and support Scott. If you like thrash metal, you're going to love this. And then let's move on to the next one. Along with that, I ordered the other big album that they had for sale, or that they were selling. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the color vinyl version of this. This is a classic thrash album. Whether you're into Christian thrash or Christian metal or not, this is just a killer album that you should have. Deliverance, Weapons of Our Warfare. I was actually familiar with this album already. I frequently listen to the White Cross channel on Pandora, and songs from this album are always on there. This album is some of the best thrash of that time period. I mean, it's up there with the big thrash bands. The guitar playing on here is phenomenal, and you should have this in your collection if you like thrash, beginning to end. Like I said, I bought this yesterday, or these came in yesterday, and I listened to both of these last night, and I've listened to both of them today, and I was just listening to Deliverance for a third time right before I did this video. It's just amazing, amazing music. Again, hand-numbered. This one came out in some really nice blue vinyl, and then also in the black vinyl. I think they were each limited to 300 pressings. The insert here. But I mean, I can't say how much you need to listen to this. Again, the Rocks label, and then the custom Deliverance. I haven't heard the rest of their albums. I have read that this was kind of this was their best album, and I can believe that. It really is amazing. For an album that came out in 2000, in 1980, I think 84. Hang on, let me look. Man, I'm way off tonight. 1990. So I don't know why I've got 84 stuck in my head. I don't know what's going on. Regardless, for an album that came out in 1990, this sounds as good today as it did when it came out. Amazing. They did a really good job remastering it. It just sounds beautiful. Beautiful album. So let's get into some other stuff. Now again, these are all Christian bands. Some more so than others, and I'll kind of get into that as well. First up, this one came out earlier this year. This may have been the end of last year. No, this is earlier this year. This is Saving Grace. Really good metalcore band. This is just kind of your straight up metalcore. If you like, who's a good example? Like if you're into Jamie Josta and any of the bands that he's in, Hatebreed, that style of metalcore, more on the hardcore side than metal. Then check out Saving Grace. They're on Face Down Records, which is a really good label. Face Down Records also is War of Ages label. An amazing metal band. They actually have a new CD coming out. I just got this with the record when I ordered it earlier this month. It says July 22nd, but it's not out yet. But War of Ages is an amazing metal band. But the Saving Grace is on red vinyl. Really nice, clear red vinyl. Sounds amazing. And anything, I've never heard anything from Face Down Records that wasn't really good quality. So, and the turnaround time was amazing. I remember I ordered this and the next album together a few months back, and I had them within I think 5 days of ordering them. So I was really happy about that. But Saving Grace, The Urgency, again, a killer band. This next band is another band. They're amazing whether you like Christian metal or not. And then the story behind this band is even more amazing. What they came up through. But it's Extol. This is one of my favorite albums from last year. This was the end of 2013 when this one came out. This is their self-titled. They have 4 or 5 albums. I haven't heard all of their older albums. I'm looking for them. I think this is the only one on vinyl, unfortunately. The rest of their albums you have to get on CD, and I'll eventually get them all. They're a really weird mix, but in a good way. They're part black metal. And a lot of that's just where they're from. They're a Norwegian band. Are they Norwegian? They might be. I'm pretty sure they are. Sorry, I should have looked this up before. Yeah, Norwegian. They're from Norway. But they're a mix of death metal, black metal, and on this album, progressive rock. And they do it amazingly. unlike Opeth, who have gone more the progressive route and kind of left behind their metal roots, these guys are all metal. And the way they mix ugliness and beauty at the same time is top notch. I mean, this is really a band that again, everybody should be familiar with, and I highly recommend you look them up after you watch this video. Watch some videos of theirs on YouTube. You'll be blown away by how good this band is. Show you the back of it, and this one was limited vinyl as well. I think this was limited to 250. You may or may not still be able to get it, I'm not sure, but really nice white vinyl. What's cool about this band is not just that they're Christian metal, it's where they come from and when they came out. They came out in 90, I believe, active since 92. What was going on in Norway in 92, for those of you familiar with metal? That was the middle of the black metal movement. That was the middle of churches being burned. Black metal bands killing each other, members of bands killing each other. That was a real rough time in Norway for Christians. And to be a Christian black metal band in the middle of all of that is just mind-blowing that they got through that, and that they kept their faith, and that they're still writing this just amazing music. Very cool story, and I recommend you reading about them too, because some of their stories about shows and stuff, and just the stuff that they dealt with and the stuff that their fans dealt with is pretty amazing when you look when you read about it. Very, very cool band though. Extol. So these last two were bands that many of you may be familiar with and not even know that they're Christian bands. They both made it pretty big on the secular music, or in secular music. One of these bands started off as a very Christian band, and as they progressed and on through their latest CD, or I'm sorry, their latest album, have become more Christians in a metal band as opposed to in a Christian band. And then the band went the opposite way. They went from being more underspoken Christians who didn't really talk about Christianity that much, to actually kind of wearing it as a flag at this point in their career, which is kind of cool too. So the first band is Norma Jean. This is Wrongdoer. Norma Jean. If you listen to metal, I'm sure you've heard of them. They've been around for a number of years now. They've had some very good selling albums. Norma Jean first hit the market as a Christian band. They advertise themselves as Christian metal. They're more of a metalcore band, screamo. Great band though, great band. Very good music. I love this album. Artwork's really nice on this one too. This one is, I don't know if it's limited, but it's colored vinyl as well. And this one's a really nice yellow, and it's got some orange in there too. And you got the custom labels there. As time has gone on though, and as they put out new albums, they don't identify as much as a Christian band. And a lot of that probably has to do with the fact that the members have changed. There's only one founding member left in the band. Everybody else has been replaced. However, even their new singer comes out and prominently states that he's a Christian. But when they kind of ask if they consider themselves a Christian band, I think they all kind of shy away from that and go towards the more common these days statement of, no, we're just a bunch of Christians that are in a band. But the singer does profess his faith pretty regularly, and you can hear it in some of the songs. So Norma Jean. And then last but not least, this is one of my favorite of the metalcore bands. I'm not a huge metalcore fan. There's certain bands that I do like. I'm not real big into the screamo aspect of it, of a lot of the metalcore bands. This is a band that I actually started digging their music, and then later found out that they were a Christian band. Actually, a friend of mine that I train jiu-jitsu with is a youth minister and a musician. He does at one of the churches here locally, and he came in wearing the band shirt, and it kind of surprised me because I had heard their music. I had never listened to or bought their albums though, and so he tells me, or I ask him about it because he doesn't usually wear shirts for non-Christian bands. I was like, I was like, well, dude, why are you wearing that? He's like, oh, they're a Christian band. You didn't know that? And I didn't. So I was kind of surprised. And then I heard an album off a song off their new album and picked it up. But it's The Devil Wears Prada. And this is 8:18, and it's a reference to Romans 8:18. Just a killer band. And again, this is another one. This is a band that's always kind of talked about being Christians. But they've kind of, over the last couple years, have started to kind of wear it on their sleeves and talk about it more openly. And obviously, the title of the album is 8:18. You know, it's a direct reference to the Bible. Very good album, though. I don't have this on vinyl yet. It's on my list to buy. I just haven't got around to it. There's the, that's kind of hard to see, but there's the CD. That's it. I just wanted to share some of the Christian metal that I have. Give you guys some stuff to check into. Once again, please go out and support Scott Waters and support Ultimatum and pick up their album. Again, I'll put a link down below where you can purchase it, and then also to Scott's VC page. Subscribe. He's doing some great videos, and you know, his videos aren't all Christian metal. He's a true metalhead. He covers the whole gambit. So, and then again, definitely check out Extol. Amazing music. All right, VC, that's it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.